All right, what is going on, guys? This is my 2023 Yamaha R1, and I just want to give my opinions about the Moore Mafia tune I just recently got on it. Compared to the stock, I mean, this thing was super jumpy. It like wanted to rip the fucking rear wheel off the ground. Anytime I stabbed the throttle, it would just want to spin and spin and spin and spin. But now that I got this tune, it feels a lot more docile. But with that being said, it's feeling a lot smoother. I did get pops and bangs on this thing, and I went to a group ride, and I believe one of the creators actually got a clip of this. So I'll try to roll a clip into that.
God damn, that R1's loud!
But this thing now is definitely where I want it. And if you're thinking about getting a tune, I recommend obviously Moore Mafia. I say they're definitely a reliable company to tune your bike through. But if you have the money for a dyno, I mean, go for a dyno. It's my second bike I've done through them. My first one was a GS6R 1000. Absolutely love that tune, and I absolutely love it for the R1 as well. So we'll just let the work do the talking, and see what Chris over there in North Carolina, Moore Mafia, did. And it does, I've heard from some people it sounds like gunshots. And I think and I know Moore Mafia does really well with these, but I think they might have done just a little too well. Not a paid sponsorship, by the way. I don't get paid any extra for telling people to, well, go get your bike tuned through them, go get your bike tuned through them. It's just, I'm a customer, as many of you would be, and I'm just stating my opinion on it. And my opinion is that they did really good on this tune, but this is what I'm talking about. They did. It just sounds like gunshots. Probably not the best thing for this bike, but it's my bike, so I can do whatever I want to. Like I said, pops and bangs is not good for these, but these things need service, and I'm pretty good on service anyway. So as long as we don't have any grenading issues, which I don't think that we will, then we might be good. It definitely made this bike a lot more docile, and even second use. Obviously these bikes are a lot torquier than your average inline 4, which this is still an inline 4. They just made a different firing order, and the crank is different, which gives it that unique sound. But some people absolutely hate them, which is understandable. The inline 4 is a unique sound. I mean, that thing revs to the moon. It sounds amazing as well, but something about the cross plane I just like a little more. But back on the torquey side, like I said, it's not as torquey. I know I am in power mode 3. Obviously it's going to be, detuned by a lot, but compared to the stock file, like I said, this thing will just want to spin the tire every time you stab it. So this all usually Moore
camera's not doing it any justice, but it sounds like gunshots.
I just said on the highway there, couldn't hear. But once I get a media mod, radiator fans, on these Yamahas, these radiator fans come on until 220 degrees. Just be driving in traffic just like this, like if me standing here, I used to get up to 220 degrees. That's super hot. Now it doesn't go above 200. This is a track bike. This is not a street bike. It makes me feel a lot better about being so hot. And my dad was absolutely tearing me up about it, saying, "Oh, that you get what you pay for," and it kind of got under my skin a little bit. See, I told you, people absolutely love the bike. On YouTube.
Say left, yeah.
Nothing else is, messed with, not the launch control. Quick shifter's perfectly fine. I know Kawasaki was having a few issues with their quick shifters. Whenever you tune them, it would cause some issues. Like I said, I wish I had the mic mod for the GoPro, because I know it's going to be super hard to hear anything that I explained or anything that I said. And I tried kind of setting up the Cardo's, voice and everything. Maybe I should try it again, but I couldn't kind of match it with the video. So it just... Like I said, I'm always skeptical getting a bailiff class in these newer bikes, because like I said, the Kawasaki were having quick shifter issues that I knew of, and that's mainly it. But it's still, it's still something in your head that you don't want to have to worry about. You don't want to have to, spend $400 or $500 or $800 or $1,000. Some people are paying even more than that for a tune. love the bike from the jump, but the tune just made it a little nicer. I don't think there's any more else to talk about this thing other than that it's sweet. Call it a dirty one, you know, just as Dixon Brian calls it the 36, the 31. 31. Oh, that's just nuts. Awesome, man. That's so loud. The camera will not pick it up as much as it is, but it echoes. In areas like this, it echoes. You can hear it echo and bounce off the buildings. It's just, you can hear it. But this bike has become a lot nicer compared to what it was. But alright fellas, I'll catch you in the next one.